What's up, guys? SlimXTeamSymmetry, our Worlds 2013 with Inch 95, and we're here with Oliver, who got first place and is our World Dragon Duel champion. How does it feel to be champion?
Feels pretty good.
Feels pretty good. Awesome. And you were using Dragon Rulers?
Yep.
That's deck?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So you want to tell anything special about the deck? Anything?
Yeah, it's my friend Phil Pena's list. Shout out to him. He didn't create the deck, but Team Strong Island did, and he top 64 nats with it, and he helped me test with this. So he and Andrew Pollard were like the main reason that it did so well.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's just get into it.
3 Tempest, 3 Tidal, 3 Blaster, and then 3 Redux. I don't know why you wouldn't play 3 of each. So
favorite color.
Right.
2 Lightning, 2 Burner, 2 Stream, and 2 Rakatan.
Rakatan.
That I don't know what the actual name is, no matter how many times anyone tells me.
Reactin. I like Rakatan.
I will never say. I will always say that Rakatan. Like, I was trying to think of the name for it in one of my matches, and I couldn't, so I just said Rakatan.
They were like, translate that.
Right.
Some people like 1 Lightning, but I don't get the point of that at all, in my opinion, because I want to have as many dragons as I can to maximize, like, Rejuve or just summoning them from the grave. Like, against spellbooks, you need to go crazy with your dragons. And in the mirror match, though, it's not as important. I sat out one of that and one of that because it's just not as important. But it also is important because Tempest is one of the best dragons because Tempest is, you can remove Dracosax and Drolls to summon it, and you can it helps against spellbooks when they have the Jaugen and Kaiku and stuff. You can like Tempest and Stream underneath those effects, so you can rejuve for like a high amount. So yeah. Then the hand traps, I play a lot of them. 3 Maxi, standard, need it for the mirror match. 3 Valor. It's just, I think this is my favorite hand trap and like favorite card in the main deck, and it's been the best monster in my main deck since I started playing it, like back in Rabbit format. And it's really good. And Valor, it's really good because it's a tuner, and it stops like the Spellbook Magician and all of the dragons, or the Exceeds, I guess. 2 Droll. A lot of people didn't like Droll, and I didn't like it. I didn't play it at Nats. But the list worked out really nicely, and this was a key part of it because you use like Sword and Rejuve to kind of turbo to it in Spellbooks. And the plan was Droll them, kill them. And it also does stuff in the mirror match against Sword and stuff, and if you know they're going to rejuve, you can pitch it before if they search, and it stops something else that I am forgetting. Yeah, Maxi.
Did you keep it in at all during mirror?
No, but it stopped Maxi once in Swiss, and it won me the match because of that, and it stopped a Sword, I think in the same match, so it was pretty good. And someone stopped my Sword with it. And then the 9th hand trap, Scarecrow. Scarecrow is so important in the mirror match because against players like the other U.S. Qualifier, Ben, he decided not to play Scarecrow. So when he maxied, since I knew this, I could just go for game in game 1. So it helped me with that, and I really like this card. It's so important in the mirror match. So 9 hand traps, and then the 30th monster. 1 second, let me put that there. Corsica. Corsica I like more than Guard. I went back and forth. Well, I started with Guard and then changed to this. I changed to Brandy Stock because I didn't have a Corsica, and then changed to Corsica. This helped me win a match today, like being this, because I attacked over a Jaugen. But it also, like, Phil decided not to play the deck OTK. Like, he never OTK'd unless he knew he had to, or he just could, so, like, freely. But I like going for game with this deck because I can tell like sometimes when my opponents have hand traps and not. So this was important because you want to be able to use Blaster in the same turn because Blaster is the main part of the OTK. And against spellbooks, it pretty much has to be this because like with my play and Droll them, kill them, you want to be able to kill them. So Corsica. For spells, the most powerful card in the deck is 3 Super Rejuves. Because you can just draw 4 free cards off of it, and usually when you do at least 6, they start chaining. So it's really, really good, but obvious, that's kind of obvious. Swords. Sword was one of the best cards in the deck because it helps you turbo your stuff in like the mirror match and spellbooks. Like spellbooks, you could get the Duels. In the mirror match, you want Maxi and stuff. And every time you play it, it just makes your hand a lot better. I cut Sark because Sark only really gets dragons. Like I never Sarked for anything else because I just felt it was kind of pointless because you have to survive the 2 turns, and that normally doesn't happen unless your opponent's not putting any pressure on you whatsoever. For the like power cards, I guess, Dark Hole and Heavy. These cards are like auto win against spellbooks, and in the 3rd game of my top 4 match against spellbooks, I drew both of them in my opening hands, and it was just amazing. Although I don't think I actually played the Dark Hole because he never had like any monsters that I couldn't deal with. But this is important in the mirror match because you can kill like a Redox and then kill them. And this is also really good in the mirror match. Like I don't side it out because they put in emptiness, and you want to be able to get rid of that. Book of Moon. Book of Moon lets you go for game, or it just stops their monsters from killing you. But the main reason why I wanted to like be careful with my book and hold it is because I thought a lot of people were going to be playing Lad because it was really strong. And I was going to cut the Drolls like the minute before I handed my deck list for Lad and Wyvern, but I decided not to because one, I had been testing with Droll, so I thought it'd be bad to just change it at last minute, and it also is like I need 7 cards to side out in the mirror, and if I had Lad in there with Wyvern, I wouldn't be able to do that. Card Destruction, I only drew this like once or twice, the tournament, but one time it was round 1, and it actually did something, but it's a very good card, and it worked. It worked, it was really good in testing, like, whenever we played it in testing, we won, but it was like, at Nats, I wasn't playing this card until like the minute before Nats, but in Nats, I don't think it did anything, and it didn't really do anything here, so it was like, if I had to cut a card, I would cut that, but it's just so good that you can't really cut it. And then my trap card,
Yes.
Treacherous Trap Hole. This card is really good. In the mirror match, it's like Emptiness because it stops them from like putting a lot of monsters on the board, and it also I thought about playing Raigeki Break, but this does the same thing against dragons. But against spellbooks, it also this kills 2 monsters, and you never want to let spellbooks have a monster because again, in dragons though, they put 2 monsters on the board, and you can kill them both, but they usually just succeed with them anyway. And I like it more than Emptiness because I really don't like Emptiness that much. And this could actually kill Emptiness, so if your opponent has Emptiness and you draw Emptiness, it doesn't do anything at all. Unless they try and turn off their Emptiness and kill you. But I didn't like doing that ever because I don't want to go minus and then they have a Scarecrow or a Maxi or something. My extra deck. 3 Dracosac and 2 Big Eye, pretty obvious. I don't think you need a 3rd Big Eye. It never came up. It was really good with Deck Devi though. Gaia Charger and Abyssgaios didn't make them, but they both need to be there. This card's a win condition, and this card can help you in time, or it can also just go for game sometimes if they're at 26 life. Armory Arm didn't make him, but I've never made him in this deck, but he's important sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Angel Sega Wyvern. This is really good. I make this a decent amount of times when I know my opponent doesn't have hand traps, and it just wins the game from there. This is supposed to be a Black Rose, but a judge was letting me borrow one because mine is Altered Art, so he let me use it. Thanks to him. Or thank you to whoever I borrowed it from. I don't know your name. I never asked you, but I've never summoned this in this deck, but it's important if someone plays Obelisk. Karakuri Beret. This is important with the Gaia Charger because you can do 52 damage over a Dracosac and the 2 tokens. Thought Roller was good in all rogue matchups and sometimes against spellbooks. Colossal Fighter is the best card in the deck because it can help with deck devi, and it's so impossible to kill with hand traps. Scrap Dragon, this is like one of the main cards that you need to OTK. And then Crimson Blader, I never resolved his effect, and it doesn't happen that often, but if it ever does, like if you know your opponent doesn't have anything, like with deck devi, it just wins the game. So that's the extra deck. And then the side deck. 2 Tsukiyomi. This card just kills Prophecy. Like in the finals, I think he judgmented it because it was just that important. 2 Scarecrow, because Scarecrow is like the best card in the mirror match. You always want to have 3 after sideboard in the mirror. 3 Space. This card is needed in the Spellbook matchup because you have to get rid of everything, like Mind Drain and stuff. And it's also good in any rogue matchup. Lightning Vortex. This was like the main one of tech. It was for spellbooks, or if someone played stun. Like I knew the guy from, I actually don't know where he's from, but he was playing stun. He won his Nats with it, so I thought that'd be better than last day. And also I can clear the field if I have DNA. DNA I put in last minute, like the last minute, but I was testing with it the week before, and then right before I handed in my deck, I put in the third one. But it was really good. I didn't draw it in the tournament, but when in testing, it just completely destroyed the matchup if you ever opened with it. And if you baited a Fate, you could flip this and then just win. And then I have 2, and I call Psychics with it, so I can make Thought Ruler, and then they can't Phoenix Wing anything. 2 Emptiness. Emptiness, I would have played 1, but one of my friends told me it was insane, and all of the U.S. team was like maining it and playing at least 2, and most of them had 3 after side. But I sided in it twice. I sided both of them in twice, and then I sided in one of them like a lot too because I needed more MSTs for Ben mainly because he has 3 Emptiness after side, so I needed. And then against my round 2 opponent, I summoned a Draco Sack and he Electrovirused it in game 1, so I didn't side any of these in. So it was. And then 2 Deck Devi, the best card in my side deck. It completely in my feature match, in both my feature matches actually, I did this and it won me that match. I think in both mine, but I got it off at least 3 times in the tournament, and I won like the turn after because it's really powerful. You go first turn this and Colossal, and they make Draco Sack and try and destroy your Colossal, and you chain this and you kill the token and all their hand traps. So next turn you can Crimson Layer them, or you can just OTK them if your hand's really good. So it was really good. So
awesome.
That's it.
All right. Well, congratulations, man. World
Is there
champion.
anything you'd change about the deck? Like going back?
I'm gonna go down to 1 Emptiness, but I don't know what I would put in.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.